The $500 million medical lie. A veteran emergency pilot just discovered his company is faking safety records to save $500 million. They are flying critically ill patients in helicopters that haven't been serviced in years. On a stormy night in the mountains, Captain Miller was ordered to transport a premature infant in a tail-spinning aircraft with a leaking engine. When he refused to fly the broken machine, they grounded his career. They didn't know he had already documented every mechanical failure. Welcome back to Everyday Hero Stories. If you're new here, we uncover the incredible true stories of whistleblowers and everyday people who stood up against corporate giants to demand justice. Today, we're taking to the skies to look at a $500 million medical deception that put thousands of lives at risk. This isn't just a story about a pilot. It's a story about the thin line between corporate profit and human survival. Before we start, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to join our community of truth seekers. Let's look at the pilot who refused to stay silent. Captain Miller spent 20 years flying in the military before becoming an emergency Medevac pilot. He was used to high-pressure situations, but he wasn't used to corporate negligence. In the world of medical transport, every second counts. The helicopters are supposed to be the gold standard of safety flying intensive care units designed to save the most vulnerable people in their darkest hours. But in the quiet corners of the hangar, Miller noticed a pattern. The life-saving helicopters he was flying were missing critical maintenance parts. Bolts were rusted. Hydraulic lines were patched with electrical tape. When a part failed, it wasn't replaced with a certified aviation component. Instead, it was replaced with black market salvaged parts from junkyards. Miller began a secret investigation. He spent his late-night shifts in the dark hangars, tracing part numbers and cross-referencing them with the company's official billing records. What he found was a $500 million fraud. The medical transport company was billing the government for top-tier, factory-new maintenance while using used, dangerous parts to keep the fleet in the air. The tension peaked on a Tuesday night. A call came in for a life flight. A newborn baby needed an emergency transfer to a specialist hospital 300 miles away. Miller performed his pre-flight check and found oil pooling under the engine. The aircraft was a death trap. "Just fly the mission, Captain," his manager told him over the radio. "We have a $500 million contract on the line. If you don't fly, we'll find someone who will." Miller looked at the medical team waiting with the incubator. He knew that every takeoff with a leaking engine was a gamble with a child's life. He refused to turn the rotors. That afternoon, he was escorted off the property and fired for insubordination. But Captain Miller was a strategist. He had spent months using a hidden camera to photograph the salvaged parts and recording the tail numbers of every unsafe aircraft in the fleet. He had a digital map of the corruption. He took his evidence directly to the Federal Aviation Administration and the Department of Justice. The resulting investigation grounded the entire fleet in 3 states. The forensic evidence was undeniable. The company was forced to pay $500 million in fines and damages for defrauding the government and endangering patients. More importantly, Captain Miller's evidence led to the Patient Safety in Flight Act, new federal laws requiring strict digital tracking for every medical aircraft part in the country. He lost his job, but he made sure that the next time a family sees a Medevac helicopter in the sky, they know it is safe. He proved that no contract, no matter how large, is worth a human life. Captain Miller saved countless lives by keeping those broken helicopters on the ground. But next week, we are closing this chapter of Everyday Heroes with our biggest story yet. It involves a global secret that has been hidden for over 50 years, a deception so large it affects almost every person watching this video right now. It is the story that corporate leaders have spent millions of dollars trying to bury. Will you be ready for the truth? That final story drops on April 29th. If you believe that safety should always come before profit, hit that subscribe button right now. Click the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss our final story next week. Like and share this video to support heroes like Captain Miller who stand up for the truth. Never miss an Everyday Hero story. Follow for more true stories like this.